up, and yo, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're taking a look at another film review. I know it's a horror movie, and I know it's only March, but we're still going to look at it anyway. We've taken a look at plenty of horror movies in non-October time, in non-spooky month, but that means every month can be spooky month. It doesn't have to be October to get spooked. It doesn't have to be Halloween to get jump scared. So, we're back at another horror movie, or alleged horror movie. To be fair, I wasn't scared of this at all. I didn't shit myself. I didn't do anything. I just watched this, and I thought it was alright. We're taking a look at the robot movie sensation Megan, which took the world by storm, and it is going to get a number 2 because of how successful the first one was. When I was watching the trailers for this, when I was in my Dragon City phase, watching all the trailers to get all those sweet, sweet free rewards, this trailer was the one that popped up the most, and I'm going to be honest, it looked pretty good. Did I watch it in cinemas? No, I waited for it to come on a streaming service so I could watch it at home for a hell of a lot cheaper than a £40 cinema trip. So, this is a fucking huge description. Megan is a marvel of artificial intelligence. A like doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, a brilliant roboticist, Megan can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of friend and teacher, playmate and protector. When Gemma becomes the unexpected caretaker of an 8-year-old niece, she decides to give the girl a Megan prototype, a decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. That's what Google has to say, and I'm going to be honest, it's one of the longest fucking blurbs, one of the longest synopsis I've ever fucking read. But let's get into what I thought the film was about. So, how the film actually starts is with Megan and her parents getting into a car crash, and the parents dying. Lovely way to start a film. Everyone loves that parent trauma. We have it in anime, we have it in most anime, and superhero stories, so why not have it here? She then gets to move in with her aunt, who works at a toy company which makes knockoff Furbies, which was stolen by Hasbro. They shit and they talk and they're quite sassy. Anyway, they continue their sort of prototype. They try and get along. She gets a therapist, it doesn't work. They tell her stuff needs to change, and she shows her all the robot stuff, and she gives her Megan as like a present because she didn't actually want to deal with the child, and she needs to sort of sell this Megan product to her boss. So they train it, and it teaches, and they're together really nicely, and it starts to get a little bit sinister when Megan just completely zones out and just stares out the window, taking in the world, and then she gets her head almost ripped off by a dog, which is where the stuff starts going bad and the corruption occurs. This is where her memory starts to get a little bit fuzzy, and she takes protecting Cassie to a whole nother level. She kills a dog, she kills a lady, she kills a boy. All to protect the girl, which I forgot the name. I think he's called Cassie. Could be wrong, just gonna go with it. And this little girl gets very attached to this Megan doll and gets very angry and very violent when Megan is taken away or turned off. She starts to ignore everyone else. She doesn't want to go to school, she doesn't want to go anywhere, she just wants to stay with Megan. So this parent trauma has got her attached to this robot, and she doesn't want to let go, she doesn't want to lose it like she lost her parents. This robot then gets shut off and sent to the lab to get tested and to get checked up. Then she tricks everyone, breaks out, goes on a massive killing spree, kills another 2 people that work for the toy company, and heads to Gemma's house to protect the child, killing or trying to kill Gemma in the process. They have a massive fight in the garage, they get the old robot to join in, and they end up destroying Megan. And that was pretty cool. That's where the film ends, with Megan destroyed, but with a sinister undertone, with the Alexa knockoff turning on right at the end. So, that's a quick run through of the movie. I only did a quick job because I still do want you to go check out the movie for yourself, as I do think it is quite good. As a horror movie, it is not that scary, I'm going to be honest. The only time I jumped was when the dog jumped from behind the fence and ripped its head off, or tried to rip Megan's head off, but failed. That was the only time I actually got scared, and it was from the dog, not from the robot. However, I did not like how the robot killed the dog. I thought that was really fucking mean. I am a dog lover through and through. I am an animal lover through and through. So when this robot killed the dog, I was pissed, and I was angry at this robot from then. I don't care if the dog was an asshole and shitted on that person's lawn. It's still an adorable dog, and I'm sure it would have made a good companion. However, it was murdered, and that is unfair. However, when Megan started to shut down and short circuit towards the end when she was splashed with water in the final fight, and she was moving really glitchily, like fast speeds, but then also really robotic, slow Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic movement types, that looked really freaky, really cool, and really unsettling, and that's what really set the tone, and that's what I liked. That was so fucking good. And I think MatPat, may he enjoy his retirement, said it best in one of the sort of movie reviews or film theories that he did, with animatronics having that sort of janky look and being really scary. And I'm honestly all for it. That janky movement is incredible. And to be fair, this robot was played by an actual girl, and watching this movie, you could not tell that at all. You couldn't tell that this was an actual girl that was playing this robot character. And I thought that was really cool with either like CGI or visual effects or makeup artists. They did a really superb job on all of that because she looked really robotic the entire movie. That was incredible. The child acting from Cassie, I'm going to call her again, don't really remember her name, was good. To be fair, I didn't think her acting was going to be good because normally child actors are shit, but more and more child actors are becoming like some of the greatest, and you know their career are going to fly, like, because they're in these like goated movies at a young age, their careers are going to fucking fly through the roof. Megan, when she was broken, wasn't scary. It was just it wasn't even unsettling. It just looked gross. I didn't like it when her like roboticism was showing through her skin and her skin was peeling. It just looked gross. It didn't look scary, and it didn't add to the fact that she was like an evil robot. It was just ew. I'm also glad that they didn't make her eyes glow red when she turned evil, because that's just a stereotypical trope with robot movies. I'm glad that they kept her eyes normal, and I liked how she was constantly deceiving the humans with her immense capabilities. I liked the deceiving of the characters using other technology, answering phone calls for them, mimicking their voice. That was all really cool and very unsettling, but not scary. Because that's the future we're heading for right now with new AI and AI generated voices, and play a couple of voice notes into this machine, and you can get a mimic of a voice like that. I've seen it on TikTok all the time with AI covers of different YouTubers, actors, characters. We have Kai or Cole or Angel Dust singing all these different songs. So this is exactly where we're heading in the future. This is the type of shit that could actually happen and could happen in our lifetime. And we have enough movies to sort of prevent it, I hope. And the acting is great. Scares, not so much. Megan did have a couple of jump scares. Again, they didn't get me. It was more of the robot that got me. Like, no, not the robot, the dog. The dog was what got me. Megan's the fucking robot. But, again, the story was pretty overdone, pretty basic. Again, it's another evil robot story. It isn't that, like, exciting. Robot turns bad, robot kills humans. Very overdone. It's done in, like, iRobot. It's done in Love, Death, and Robots. Like, one of those story arcs was robots taking over the world. We also have it in a load of other stuff. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but, you know, it's an overdone story and a trope that I know quite well and have seen quite often. So it is quite boring and overused at times, but they still manage to do it in their own unique way by making this a toy for... Even then, we have stuff like Chucky. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It seems overdone. They do try and make it unique, and it is going to get a number 2, so I hope you're ready for Megan to become the next sort of Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, or Leatherface. That's where we seem to be heading right now with horror movies. We have Art the Clown and Megan paving the way for the next generation of horror, and the next generation of horror men mascot characters. I don't know. Maybe we'll see them in Dead by Daylight too. That'll be interesting. But as of right now, that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I hope you all enjoyed this review. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It was okay. It wasn't successful as a horror movie, in my opinion. It wasn't scary. It wasn't creepy until the very end. And there wasn't much threat to the movie, I'm going to be honest, because the robot was there to protect Cassie, so there was never really any threat to her. It was more of the side characters that got murdered and offed. So, yeah, it wasn't successful in either of those areas. But I do still think it has a good story, and although it is overdone, they did quite well. So, it's getting a 5 out of 10 from me. Other than that, if you do enjoy my film reviews, please do check out any other film reviews that I have done and leave any comments below on other films you want me to check out. It doesn't have to be a film, it can be an anime, TV show, anything of the sorts. I'll watch it and I'll get a review out for you guys. I normally do a film review every day, so stay tuned, hit the notification bell, and subscribe if you want to be notified every time I do an upload and it to be in your inbox on YouTube, your subscription box, whatever you call it nowadays. But there's a link in the description to take you to all the other stuff that I have to offer as a content creator, from my TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all the stuff like that, if you want a little bit more Tyler Price in your life. But as of right now, that is the end of this review. I'll see you tomorrow with another one. I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next one. Have a nice day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.